Hi everyone, thanks again for joining us. My name is Brandon and I'm a team lead here at KDG. And behind me we have a demo running, which is a real project that we've chosen to showcase how we're using agentic development with great success here at KDG. So what you're seeing right now is the planning phase, and in this section of the video we're clearly defining the feature requirements and testing strategy, focusing primarily on integration tests and then tests and load tests. And what this does is it allows us to define a very clear standard for what a successful feature looks like before we even start building it, so that we can hand off the implementation to an AI agent and avoid a bunch of wasted time going back and forth to get it right later. And it also means that features that we build today aren't going to break later when we use AI to add new features, since our automated tests are going to catch anything that might break. So ultimately, we've diverted most, if not all, of the time that we typically spend implementing over to planning. Now that we have more time to really think through the feature and make sure that we're asking the right questions and solving the right problems, and ensuring that our testing strategy is accounting for every outcome that we can think of before we build anything. And when it is time to start building, after we've thoroughly planned everything, we can just hand the spec off to an AI model, really with complete confidence that it's not only going to work exactly how we want it to, but it's going to stay that way thanks to our integration tests, and it's also going to remain performant thanks to our load tests. All right, we are officially finished with planning for this feature. We have the requirements fully spelled out. We've clearly defined the tests that we want to see, what we're testing, why we're testing it, how we want to test it. And at this point, we're just going to hand off the spec to the agent and we're going to let it implement it. And you can see that happening in the background. The developer on this project isn't writing any code. They're just kind of sitting there idly. Although we're typically not sitting idly, we're usually off doing other things, maybe working on multiple features in parallel. But this showcases how efficient we can be with agentic development. And one thing that, while the video is being sped up, you might not be able to see it, but after the agent finishes building this feature, it actually runs those tests. And in this particular case, one of the existing tests is going to fail. So we added a new test and we added a new feature, and those are all great, but some existing functionality broke. And this is a perfect example of something that happens all the time in custom software projects, especially those that use AI-assisted development. And this is the ideal scenario. We can see the AI built something and that feature works, but it broke something old, and it sees that, and then it can make those adjustments and make sure that those previous functionalities are back in accordance with our testing expectations. So this is the system in its full effect, working as we would want to see it. Okay, it looks like this is all done. We've successfully planned and implemented this feature. Now the developer is just taking a quick pass through the front end of the app to do a quick smoke test and just make sure everything's working as we'd expect it to. And it looks like this one's good to go. So pretty much done here. It's time to commit this and push it and then move on to the next feature. So I want to thank you all for sticking with me through this. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it was insightful to see how we're using agentic development here at KDG to be consistent, reliable, and efficient.